Hey everyone, Bam, my mom says, how y'all doing? Getting started just a couple minutes early tonight. So hope everyone's had a good start to their week. We're halfway through it. So we're going to talk a couple different things tonight. And we're going to get back into our most haunted places in America series that we're working on as well. Excuse me, and so I'll talk about that, and also something I'm noticing in the paranormal. Uh, we'll get into that in just a minute. We'll get some more people in here first. Okay, Bam. So, like I say, we're middle of the week. Um, not too much is going on this week. We did do Valentine's Monday. Uh, that was a pretty cool day. Went out to eat at a nice little Japanese restaurant. That was really nice, and that was about it. Um, so yeah, we'll give a few more minutes, and I did find another website. Let me link that into the description here. It's pretty cool. It's called the Traveler, I believe is what it's called, and you can click on and kind of look at this website. I'm not affiliated with them by no means, um, but you can check it out, cntraveler.com, and it talks about the most haunted places. There's 32 of them. There's 32 of them listed on here, and it's not the one I've been originally using. It's a different one, but excuse me, it's pretty neat from what I've seen a little bit of it so far. So we've been having some unique activity in mom's basement, and also the shed. So you're good, Bama. And I will be posting some things up here soon on our YouTube shorts that we do, and on TikTok as well. So as soon as I get a chance, I'll put those up. Got Jason and Nicola. Um, so let me kind of like sit back here a second. I want to show you the office is coming along a little bit. Uh, I'm doing what I can with it, but I'll get out of the way completely. But so we got like some things up, the back cave thing. That right there, we're very proud of. And matter of fact, I'll talk about something else that hit 1,000 today here in just a minute. That's really cool. And then I'm like getting my comic book stuff all over here. And there's Batman. And Superman's on the other side of the room. But uh, getting things together. There's my boo hat, my ghost hat. Um, but that's all my comic books from the floor up. I got and actually there's another box that's on the other side of the room. I got to get into these type of boxes as soon as I get another one. I probably got about 300 or 400, close to that, as far as comic books go. But yeah, this very, very proud of the 1,000 subscribers we hit. And today we hit 1,000 followers on TikTok. So just did that probably about an hour ago. We hit 1,000 followers on TikTok. So that's real cool. So, hit the wrong thing there. But I'll get it back off that. So yeah, it's coming along little by little. I definitely want to paint this room and do that. But y'all, thank you, Bama. Yeah, we hit 1,000 followers on TikTok today. Let me see if I can. Where's that? There we go. So I'll show you that real quick. If you can see it. Oh, you can't see it. Hang on a minute, I'll fix it where you can see it. Maybe you can. Hopefully you can. There you go. It's a little better. 1,000 followers. My hair is a mess. I've had a hat on all day. Um, but anyway, so that was real cool to get 1,000 followers on TikTok. And I noticed that today. I seen we were real close about a week ago. We were at around 980 something, like 986. So we were getting there. So yep, hit 1,000 there. We already had over 1,000 on Twitter. We got like 1,200 and something, I think. Let me look at Twitter. I'm just real proud of all these things, and everybody's ability to be a part of it and help us out with everything. But yeah, we got 2,541 followers on Twitter. Yeah, 2,500 on Twitter. So yeah, that's really cool. Sarah. So I was trying to think of what. Okay, so the video I just put up of Helen's Bridge, it's up. It's if you haven't seen it, please check that out. Um, we did get some interesting things: the K2, the flashlight, and then the guardrail um, situation. Bama made a good point. Could it have been the sun? Possibly. There was nothing dropping out of the trees, so I did. I was checking that out pretty closely. Um, it was kind of on contact as far as like when I would say something, it would hit. I've been up there around that same time before and never had that experience either. So I'm kind of just throwing it up in the air. It possibly could have been paranormal. Um, and it didn't happen while I was up there at the beginning. It didn't do anything. I never heard anything from that guardrail until I got to that post to put the flashlight on. My focus was actually on that flashlight. That was it. That's all I was going to focus on. And the guardrail was like something was went over and hit it. And it sounded like it's coming from the backside of the guardrail more than anything. And it did it twice. So I turned the camera around and turned the flashlight around and then did it again. Now and then I had just basically nothing going on. So I cut most of that other stuff out that wasn't going on. And I just kind of hung around up there for a few more minutes and it never did it again. That was it. It did ting a couple times or three times total, and that was it. Another thing we got was something about fire came through the ghost box, and there was a fire truck you could hear in the distance. I thought that was very coincidental. You got margin, wind. Yeah, that guardrail was a wild situation there. I didn't know if that was a spirit, and if it was it trying to contact me? Through by using that. Did get the name Donald to come through, so possibly that might have been who I was chatting with. I'm not sure. It's kind of up in the air. Got wind twice. Excellent. And Matthew. Um, so I thought that was interesting that happened. And maybe I can coach them to do it again next time I go up there. May never happen again. Yeah. May never happen again. um, but it was good to get something unexplainable. Could it have been the sun? Possibly. uh, maybe heating up the guardrail. But it really, honestly, even though the sun was out, it wasn't getting hot. Um, anyway, so I don't know. I'll just leave that up in the air. Kind of just leave it up in the air. Got Monster and kept. What else has been going on? So um, I do have quite a bit of video on backstock I'm still working on, and you all had voted for the Helen's Bridge, so that's what I did this time. I do have one from old Henry's head gravesite that got some good stuff. I don't know when I'll put that video up. I may wait a little while. I don't know that I'm going to go film this week. I may wait till next week. We're supposed to get some rain and high winds coming through, so the next couple of days. And I don't like to film when it's real windy. It just doesn't sound good coming through the camera. So probably wait till sometime next week and go out and do something somewhere. Yeah, it could. You never know. Got pool anywhere in Young. Um, I don't know where I'm going to go film yet, but once I figure it out, I'll let y'all know. Let's see what else. Okay, so something else I was going to talk about was the most haunted places in America, and let me get into that, and then I'm going to get into another discussion after that. So, one of the ones I picked is the Bonaventure Cemetery. Now, I'm off the chat, by the way, so I won't be able to see the chat for a minute. But I will flip back over as soon as I'm done. It's not a very long, it's a small paragraph. It's a Bonaventure Cemetery in Savannah, Georgia. It says, those of you who remember the 90s will recognize this cemetery as one of the featured in the novel Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. I've heard of that. I've never read that. Like the book, the Savannah Cemetery itself is a Southern Gothic atmosphere with Spanish moss giving shade to time worn Victorian monuments. There are many notable figures buried, like singer Johnny Mercer and poet Conrad Aiken. But it's Gracie Watson who is the most deserves a visit because having died at the age of 6 years old, her grave is marked by a life-size marble statue with her hand resting on the tree stump, symbolizing her life was cut short. Many visitors place toys at her grave, and when they visit, and some have reported seeing the ghost of Gracie near the site. Other spooky accounts of the Bonaventure include inexplicable voices and sounds, sounds like crying of a baby and barking dogs, and statues suddenly smiling as people approach them. Now, I have heard disembodied voices, and I um, caught, uh, corner of my eye, I've seen shadows and some apparitions and stuff, and caught a few things on camera. If I ever caught a statue smiling as I walked up to it, I don't know what I would do. That would freak me out. That would be really freaky to come across a statue that was smiling or making some kind of facial expression, and then it goes right back to whatever it was. I don't know about you all, but that would be pretty freaky. um, let's see. Let me find another one. These are small paragraphs, so we'll get into them a little bit. Um, let's see. Kind of skip around here. Okay, here's one. It's called the Dock Street Theater in Charleston, South Carolina. One of the oldest theaters in America. This site in downtown Charleston has racked up a lot of history over the years. Let's see. After a fire burned down the original theater, the Planters Inn was built on the spot. It was converted back into a theater in the 1930s. But the most flamboyant ghost here is Nettie Dickerson, who who legend has it was struck by lightning while standing on the balcony of the hotel. Her shadow has been reported gliding along the second floor of the theater, dressed in a red gown. Also, in otherworldly attendance, Junus Brutus Booth, say that three times fast, was a renowned 19th century actor and the father of Lincoln assassinations, John Wilkes. Wow. Who used to frequent the inn. So he apparently is there too. So, so Booth's father is uh, frequently saw there as well, apparently. That would be an interesting one to go investigate because of these two things. I mean, you have uh, possibly a woman that is gliding across a balcony in a red gown, and then the father of John Wilkes Booth. Uh, that would be that would be pretty interesting to come across that. Yeah, you just been on the outside or seen it there. Worldwide good spirits. Keep saying, well, yeah, I barely could say that once. Hey, Christina, how are you? That was tough to say, but yet a good place to investigate, in my opinion. Let's see. Let's do one more. Now I'll get into this other discussion I was going to get into. Okay, here's one. The Driscoll in Austin, Texas, is a majestic, Romanesque hotel with modern rooms and iconic brick facade, drawing European tourists and wedding parties since 1886. Is truly Austin's landmark, and according to some, a true hotspot for ghosts. Travelers have noted eerie, abnormal sounds throughout the corridors, as well as a phantom sightings of the hotel's namesake, Jesse Driscoll, I'm sorry, um, whose portrait still hangs in the lobby. They say Driscoll never recovered from a heartbreak of losing his hotel in a high stakes poker game. And honestly, we get it. It said, this hotel is a hard one to say goodbye to. So apparently, the former founder owner of that place haunts it. So that's pretty interesting. There's three of them right there we got into. I know these are short stories, and I probably could expand on them a lot more, but I would have to do more research on these places. But to kind of get just the gist of it and get an idea of you got Wendy. We talked about wind a while ago. Um, just kind of get an idea about the one in Charleston would be a cool one to check out for sure, just because of what it ties into Abraham Lincoln. And I've done an investigation with Abraham Lincoln's bodyguard at one time, so that would be kind of a cool thing to tie into some more Abraham Lincoln stuff. Fear them and alone. Um, So yeah, so that's a few. We'll save more for later. There's 32 of them on there, but anywhere in Charleston is going to get that in Savannah, Georgia, for sure. A lot of activity from things I've read from both those places. It'd be good to visit both, and if I had the ability to do that and go down and have a vacation, a few days in one area in Charleston, a few days in Savannah, Georgia, that'd be real cool. Got wind two times and now wind. Yeah, I don't understand that. Wind's coming up on. Hey, K Dog, how are you doing? Got Tesla. Brent drives a test. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of those here lately. There's a lot of people around our area driving them. Got it. Over. Um, but yeah, so those are a few good places right there to be neat to check out. If I was ever in Texas, that'd be a good place to go to. Um, that's a cool website. Let me put that back in there again so y'all can check it out. And just in case you might have missed the link to it a while ago, there you go. Got unless cemetery in Savannah is like another world. I bet it is. I bet it is. It sounds like it is. And could you imagine walking up to a statue that's making a smile or something, and it's not really supposed to be smiling? That'd be a cool, that'd be one of the coolest things, though, to capture on video. You got South Knock along and by. Well, we have talked about the South quite a bit in several places. That is for sure. But what I want to do is get into something else I've been noticing, kind of reading, and I hope you feel better, K Dog. Um, that it's kind of, I've noticed this trend too. I've noticed what's going on. So with the paranormal, one thing I'm noticing is there is um, it's kind of like almost a lack of interest in it now. I noticed that our views, other people's I've read have seen their reviews. A lot of views are going down. Subscriber counts are not moving as much or not at all in some respects. Um, and people said that they're just people just not interested in the paranormal as much, and that's understandable. I mean, you have those who are very much into the paranormal, who are diehard paranormal, and then you have those who are interested and enjoy watching it, and then you have those casual people who pop in and out with paranormal, especially around Halloween. They'll get interested in it for a bit, and but the overall, and I think what happened was several years ago with Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters, and those guys, when they started getting popular on TV, they it moved into the YouTube world as well, and so there was a lot of people doing it. So there's a lot of people doing paranormal, not only on TV but also on YouTube, TikTok, wherever, Twitter, those type of places. And so the popularity, I think, is starting to drop a little bit. And so I've seen a lot of people get discouraged, getting upset, getting mad. It's not a lot we can do about it. There's not a lot we can do at all. Other than just, just keep doing what you're doing. But like I say, I've seen it. Yeah, prayers for you, K Dog, for sure. Um, but we just can't get frustrated with it. We just can't get upset about it and get mad about it. And that's there's another thing I've been working on too, is another YouTube channel where I do gaming and vlogs and stuff, like like short videos of games, and I want to start vlogging with maybe like comic book stuff and doing something a little different than paranormal, just because it's something I've been wanting to do for a while anyway. um you're obsessed with the paranormal. um there are people who do. There's people who love it. There's people that have been big supporters of all of our different channels and stuff. But it's just been, hey, Christy, how are you? But it's getting to a point where people are getting frustrated because nobody's watching it as much as they did. And like I say, I've seen it. My views are down. Um, a lot of people had, and I would say about 5, 6 years ago, probably just before we started YouTube, You could see that it was a big trend, and people were subscribing to a lot of people, watching a lot of people. Um, things like that. You like the Opal track video? Yeah. I was getting away from the police on that. That was fun. And I got, yeah, I like doing GTA 5. That's fun stuff. Hey, Mystic, how are you? Um, but people were exploding. People like Omar, for instance, Mo Sargi, those guys. I'm not saying that they're all 100% paranormal, um, but they were getting, they were doing other stuff before paranormal anyway. But there was that popularity that hit just, maybe a year or two before we got started, and the subscriber counts were hitting high and the views were hitting high. And if you can go look at those guys' channels, you can tell that their views are off too. There's a lot of people's views that are off as far as not getting what they did in the past. I've noticed that some of those bigger channels with 3 or 4 million subscribers are only hitting in the hundreds of thousands of views, for the most part. So yeah, the whole spectrum of paranormal is down. And you know again, I see people talk about it on Twitter and on YouTube and wherever they're talking about it. And it is discouraging. It is, because you really want to build your channel up, and you really want people to see what you're doing. But if they're not an interest in it, as much as there used to be, it's going to be difficult. You know, yeah, YouTube does delete subs. Every time I put a video up, I lose 2 or 3 subscribers. Um, they do pop back up, a few days later. But yeah, it. Yeah, it does take a viral video. It does. Um, a lot of people. Well, I'll say this: there's a lot of people who enjoy the paranormal, or the oohs and ahs, and people who fake, and people who are not genuine. Hey, Three Souls, how are you? So people who do enjoy the things like that, those type of because to be honest with you, uh, people who do paranormal like we do, it's not glamorous, and if you're lucky to get something, you're lucky to get something. Um, like with the guardrail, thing happening at Hill's Bridge, just things like that. It's not. I don't make videos that are glamorous and a lot of oohs and ahs, like oh, what was that? Uh, I just don't, because things like that don't really happen in real life. Um, but there's people who claim they believe in the paranormal, but really in the back of their mind they don't. So watching fake paranormal videos makes them feel like they're a part of it. They don't have to really believe, but they can say they do. So, um, creepy, yeah. Um, um, Plus, paranormal gets so much hate. Yeah, it does. Paranormal, there's a lot of hate in paranormal. One thing you'll see is people say you don't do it right, or they'll tell you apps are not real. K2 doesn't work like it's supposed to. REM pods don't work like. I mean, you'll hear all this stuff. You'll hear all these things of people talking about how anything you use. I don't care what you use. Um, you know, uh, it doesn't work, or you're not doing it properly, or there's so many people. I've seen these people on TikTok too that talk like they are experts in the paranormal. There's no such thing as an expert. We all learn differently, and we all do things differently. It's almost like anybody. Well, it's like anybody that thinks they're an expert at anything. They think that they're high and mighty, and everybody's below them. But you got Charles and Brown. Yeah, that all goes together. Um, let's see. A lot of people think if nothing is called, then yeah, that's true, Bama. Sometimes spirits won't even talk to you. Sometimes spirits don't even want to talk to that person because they don't want to be around that person. Um, and like I say, we're lucky to get things when we do. Professional. Um, but we're not professionals. We don't claim to be. Um, and I'm not going to do all that garbage that the rest of them do. That's not the fake stuff's not really what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about in general that the paranormal is, taking a nosedive to a degree, and you don't hear a lot about it anymore. Um, as much. And people's interest on YouTube and places like that are all in different spots. You'll have like do it yourself stuff that will take off and go because you know uh, people's interest are in building a tiny home or cooking something or whatever. There for a long time, smash burgers were like the big thing on YouTube. Like people were making them all over the place and they were getting thousands of views from it. And so there's trends, right now. I mean, for the past several years, video gaming is like the one of the top things that's going on out there right now. Now it'll hit a nosedive eventually too, but right now it's really taking off. Yeah, they do talk a lot, don't they, man? Skating years and don't even think about. Yeah, I don't either. I've been doing this almost 5 years. Believed in it for a long, long time, and uh, no. And I mean, and what I'm trying to talk, and I'm not trying to talk about all that as far as fake and professionals and all this, but it's just we gotta realize where we are doing paranormal, and I don't blame people for taking a break. I've seen people recently where I've read they're taking a break from it or they're whatever. And I don't blame them for doing that. I mean, I think it's a good idea probably to take a break if you're especially if you're getting frustrated with it. There's a lot of people who are totally frustrated with that. And if taking a break works for you, then good. Yeah, what works for one doesn't work for other. Yeah, yeah, those things are the ones that's happening right now. Three souls, you're right. Um, and I like when we used to do stuff on this channel. We did vlogging, and we would take you to places like in downtown Asheville, where we would. I like that stuff too. I love doing that, but I pulled totally away from it so I could concentrate paranormal here, which is why I'm starting this other channel up to do that. Where I can concentrate on certain vlogs and comic book stuff and putting up clips from games and stuff that I do, just to have something else that's not paranormal and have fun with that too. And because sometimes we need to pull away from a thing for a little bit, as far as not dedicate the whole world to it and try something. So that way your mind can get at ease. Channel said he's on a video. He's making 50,000. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you're on YouTube to make money, paranormal is probably not your place. Um, not a lot of people are in that Omar range, but he was there before paranormal though. And he's a good one to, if you have people like Phase Rug that do their own thing, they don't, I mean, they'll incorporate some paranormal here and there, just little things or whatever, but it's not nothing they concentrate on. Yeah. I follow people like Jeff Faviano, Bay Area Bugs, Polecat324, that do gaming, and they're, well over the million subscribers and doing all their, things there with that. Um, but yeah, if you're wanting to make money on YouTube, paranormal, things like that are, not there. It's not quite. It may hit again though. Don't get me wrong. There could be a day, maybe this year, next year, whenever, when all of a sudden the paranormal pops up again and takes off. So don't give up on it. But I think people just need to quit. Pardon my French, bitching about it so much, and just do what you got to do. Yeah, that's right, Mystic. They do. They only interact when they're ready, only when they want to. You know how many times I've done investigations and got very little to nothing or nothing at all. Like the one at Helens Bridge, I got nothing in the ghost tool at all. Nothing. I was up there around an hour or so, and um, got nothing out of that ghost tool app. So there you go. Yeah. But no, I did want to say that, I wanted to come on here and say that because I've seen this a lot. I've been reading this a lot, hearing this a lot, um, and you know, yeah, yeah. I mean, like tonight, I'm not even doing an investigation at all. I'm not even trying. But I mean, you guys are getting words, and that's great. Um, but I'm just not. I don't have anything on. There's no new paranormal TV shows really helping. Yeah, there's not. Um, yeah, yeah, that's what I was saying. When Ghost Adventure started, Ghost Hunters, Taps. I love Taps. Taps is good. Uh, Tennessee Wraith Chasers, I like those guys. Um, when all that stuff started hitting with Ghost, and I'll give it because Ghost Adventures are the ones that did, really get things going with Zach and all those guys. But um, when all that was a trend back then, um, people were getting subscribers, they were getting big views, and all that stuff was moving. So bath time, oh Lord, bam. Got stone and leave, but that's kind of where we're at in here, and I would, like I said, I'd encourage you guys to, do what you want to do with your channels and enjoy it, have fun. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to do with this other channel I got. I'm just going to have fun with it. If it takes off, good. If it don't, that's fine. You know, I just wanted to make sure this channel was dedicated solely to paranormal now instead of like my vlog stuff. But I miss doing vlogs, and that's another thing I was going to mention tonight. I miss doing those type things with my vlogs and stuff, and and I've missed it for the past year and a half that I've not done them, and I really, really want to get back into doing that again. Yeah, I mean that's just how it is. Marnie will hear things or catch things I want, and vice versa. I mean, it depends on the person. You have to be at the right place at the right time. If you're not in the right place at the right time, you're not going to get anything. You know, trying to tell me that he's going to take a bath. Oh Lord, Spirit, you don't have to take a bath. You can just do whatever you want, I guess. Sitting and worth. Um, you know, uh, right place, right time. And like I say, if you haven't seen the Helen's Bridge video, that the thumping on the guardrail was something I never catch. I never caught that before. It was new for me. So that was a good paranormal catch, or possibly paranormal, I guess I could say. Nothing's ever guaranteed. Um, but that was a good catch. And getting the REM pod to go off at O. Henry's headstone, when you all see that, you'll know what I'm talking about. When I put that video up, it's those rare catches that I get. You know, I do get quite a bit in the shed, and I think it's just because we have so much going on out there anyway, and it's kind of a little portal in itself, and it's just something where the spirits are used to. So nothing out there really shocks me too much when REM pods and K2s go off. I'm glad it does. Doesn't mean it's going to every time. We don't sometimes get a lot. But when I'm out in the field filming and I do get those type things that are rare, I'm pretty happy about it. And you guys see exactly what I catch, if I catch something. If I don't, you still see that. Which again, like I say, doesn't make our videos glamorous. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to fake stuff just to get views and subscribers either. So allow and after and worth, lower and building. And you got to be your own self and do your own thing. So there you go. No fear. Got mirror. Yeah, we got that mirror hidden out there in the shed now. It's not up anymore. I did get an orb last night out there. But it's nothing. We've not got a lot out there in a while. Every now and then we'll get a little orb or maybe the flashlight or something to hit, but it doesn't happen all the time. And we'll see what we get, Friday night. Maybe we'll get something. I don't know. Substance. But I really don't have much else to talk about tonight. Kind of covered the two main things I wanted to talk about, and you guys have put in a lot of good input on things and what you all think about stuff, which is great. I guess the bottom line is what I wanted to say is don't get frustrated and try to enjoy what you're doing. And because the thing is, when you see others frustrated and they're fussing and frustrated about stuff, it kind of make you frustrated as well. So just try to enjoy stuff, have a good time with it. You talking about out there in the shed, Bama? Um, why it's quiet? I think it just gets quiet because that's just how it is. Um, it just takes a lot of energy for spirits to do things, and those rare orbs that we get don't happen often. Um, there's people I've seen that put videos up of what's supposed to be orbs like all over the place, and I'm like, I think most of that's just dust. Yep, that's right, Mystic. Yeah, just be you, do you. Do what you want to do, have fun with it. And like with my other channel, when it gets going good, and if you guys are into things that I'm doing with vlogs and comic books and games and stuff, feel free to enjoy those things. I know Bama is on there, and he likes it and stuff. I usually just put up as far as game stuff. I just put up funny stuff that I have happen. Luckily, with the Xbox One, you're able to go back and record. You know, up to I think like an hour or 2 hours or something like that. Whatever. But a lot of times I just record up. Like if something happened, I'll go back 30 seconds and record it. And then the cool thing is, I can go to my phone under my Xbox app, and then I can just edit it and put it right up on YouTube. So that's pretty fun. I'm having a good time with that. 13 in surveillance. But yeah, I think that's about it. I do have speaking of comic books, I do have one that I'm going to try to get a hold of. That was co-written by the guy who played the Green Hornet in 1966 show. I got one. I got to get the other. That'd be both sets. That was pretty cool. It's Van Williams is his name. That's cool. I'm a big, huge Green Hornet fan. If you don't know that already, you will know it. And I'm gonna get some stuff put in here. You'll see more stuff when I get this room painted up. And you play Xbox too. Um, I enjoy it. I have a good time with it. I get this room painted up, fixed up. You'll see more when I do in here for live streams. You'll see more. You'll see some Green Hornet stuff, things like that. Alternative. It's kind of what that is, an alternative channel. Roman and blue. A lot of interesting words that's come through tonight. You guys have gotten some cool stuff. Purified. So I probably won't put another video up again until probably around Monday or Tuesday. I may put some short videos up. Be looking for that. But I probably won't do another video till Monday or Tuesday, I guess. And I don't know which one I'll put up yet, so I'm not gonna say. Oh, you haven't missed it. Yeah, you do, sis. Yeah, send that, and I'll actually get that as part of the YouTube short stuff, so they can see that as well. That was an interesting catch you caught. The orb that I caught comes flying out of the wall to what would have been the right of where the mirror used to sit. So that was pretty cool that I caught that. And sometimes these things, these cameras, night cameras can record, like my sister had, and I do this too, so 4 or 5 hours worth of video, and you get really nothing at all. Sometimes there's a camera flicker, and that's pretty much all you're getting. So it is kind of disappointing. You sit there and watch it for a while and don't see anything. Collecting dust in November, oh Lord. Have you ever orb smack you? No, I've never been hit by an orb. Never, never had an orb come real close to me at all. Other than, the video I did when I was out there, and we were doing the dowsing rods the very first time. I had that orb. You can see come to the left of me. And that's the closest probably I've ever had an orb that I know of. And I caught that orb in that cemetery on the top of that headstone out in what's known as Black Mountain area. But I didn't see it until I went back and edited the video. So, but that was pretty close. Yeah, the spider web effect. Yes, I have had that happen. They say that a lot of times that's just. Sometimes they say it's a full body spirit that's walking like through your body at that point. So, and I actually felt that at a grocery store I used to work at. I was walking through, and there's no way there's going to be a spider web there because, like, 100 people has already walked that same area I walked within the last couple of minutes of that. So I know it wasn't a spider web, but it was a weird feeling, that's for sure. You had one hit you? I don't know what that'd be like. I don't really know if I want to. And mom got touched. But I've had them close, I guess. But that's about it. There's times I can feel like spirits. You can feel spirits around you and stuff. Well, guys, I think I'm about done for the night. I don't really have anything else to really talk about. We'll get out there and do on Friday night the regular Friday night investigations, and uh, yeah, you do. Oh, speaking of hates, I was driving this morning and came across where somebody had killed a skunk. Luckily, the smell had gone away before I ever got there, but you could tell it was a skunk. I was so thankful that there was no smell. But oh my God, please don't smell. I actually turned the outside vent off on the car just in case. I mean, I was like, no. But if the smell had been fresh, that blocking the out, it would not have helped much. Yeah, I don't like spiders that much either. Marnie hates them too. But anyway, so I will definitely we'll get out there in the shed Friday night. Hopefully, it won't be too cold. I hate being out there when it's cold because I can't really concentrate. But get out there, see what we can capture. I don't think I want to do the dowsing rods this week. I think I want to hold off on that for a few weeks. That way, we're not doing it every week. And we'll set the K2 REM pods and that type of stuff out. See what we might get. Um, yeah, use our regular stuff, our ghost tools and all that. See what we might capture. I don't know. We'll hopefully get something. Ghost poop. I hope not. I've had rocks thrown. I've had spirits throw rocks before. Um, at Helens Bridge and at down at the river and also at Civil War Cemetery. Yeah, I've had it happen 3 times. I've never been hit by it, but you can hear the rock fall right near you. That's not a good. That's not a good experience. That's for sure. But guys, I'm going to hop off here. Call it a night, kind of a little bit early. Next Wednesday, we'll do a little more haunted places again. Talk about that. Like I say, maybe Monday or Tuesday one, I'll get a video up. And of course, Friday night we'll do our regular investigation. So, anyway, I think that's it. I do appreciate everybody being in here and being a part of the discussion and all that. And until Friday night, guys, have a good night. I love you all. We'll see you then. Bye.